Hello everyone, my name is Amar Mikhail Ben Yasser Hafiz, and today I'm going to explain how fundamental mathematics can help in our business. Starting a small business requires careful planning to ensure that it can operate profitably. One of the most important aspects of business planning is understanding the relationship between production costs, selling process, and also the revenue. Mathematical models, particularly algebraic functions, provide an effective way to analyze these relationships and support better business decisions. Alright, so in this project, a group of University Technology Petronas UTP Foundation students plans to establish a small online business selling customized notebooks. The business aims to determine the most profitable production strategy by using algebraic models to represent production costs, selling prices, revenue, and also profit. By analyzing these mathematical functions, the group can identify the break-even point, determine the maximum possible profit, and find the optimal number of notebooks that needed to be produced. Okay, so overall, this report applies fundamental algebraic concepts, including quadratic functions and polynomial analysis, to solve the given business scenario. The findings demonstrate how mathematics can be used as a practical decision-making tools in business planning, while also highlighting the limitations of mathematical models when applied to real-life situations.
Hi everyone, I will now explain the mathematical model used on our project. First, the production cost is represented by the cost function, which is Cx equals to 500 plus 8x plus 0.02x squared, where x is the number of notebooks produced. In this equation, 500 is the fixed cost, while 8 ringgit x represents the variable cost of producing each notebook, and 0.02x squared is actually the additional production cost that increases as its production becomes larger. Next, the selling price per notebook is given by Sx equals to 40 minus 0.05x. This means that the selling price decreases by 0.05 ringgit for every additional notebook produced. To determine the total revenue, we multiply the number of notebooks sold by the selling price. After simplifying, the revenue function becomes Rx equals to 40x minus 0.05x squared. Finally, the profit function is obtained by subtracting the total production cost from the total revenue. After simplification, we get Px equals to 0.0 minus 0.07x squared plus 32x minus 500. This profit function will then be used to determine the break-even points, the maximum profits, and the optimal number of notebooks to produce. Thank you.
Hello everyone. In this session, I will explain the calculation used to determine the company profit. First, the cost of function is 0.02 x power of 2 plus 8x plus 500, and the selling price function is Sx equals to 40 minus 0.05x. Next, profit is calculated by subtracting the cost from the revenue, giving the profit function Px equals to negative 0.07x power of 2 plus 32x plus 500. To find break-even point, we set the profit equals to 0 and solve using the quadratic formula. The results are approximately 60 units and 441 units, where the company made no profit or loss. Finally, using the vertex formula, we find that the maximum profit occurs when about 200 to 90.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Raizat and I serve as the group leader for this project. So today I'm going to explain about the graphs. The graph that we have in our formula is a parabola that opens downward because the coefficient is negative. On the left, we see the first break-even point at x equals to 16 notebooks. This means if we produce and sell 16 notebooks, the revenue equals to 0. So the profit is 0. As production increases, profit rises until it reaches the maximum point at x equals to 229 notebooks, where the profit is about 3,155 ringgit. This is the turning point of the parabola and represents the ideal production level for maximum profit. Beyond this point, the profit starts to decline as cost increases and selling price decreases with demand. Eventually, the business hits the second break-even point at x equals to 441 notebooks, where profit again falls to 0. Thank you very much.
So I will discuss about the discussion. Algebra is an important part of mathematics that help business solve problems and make better decisions. It can be used to calculate costs, revenue, and profits. This discussion explains how algebra helps business improve their performance and maximize profits. Firstly, algebra helps business calculate costs, revenue, and profits. It also helps business owners decide the best selling price and production quantity to earn more profits. However, mathematical models are based on assumptions and may not always match real-life situation. Change in production costs, customer demand, and market condition can affect the actual profits. Lastly, production costs and selling price have a direct impact on profits. Business should balance this factor to maximize profit while keeping customers satisfied.
Hi, my name is Noamir Alia binti Hafiz. My student ID is 2608102, and today I will be explaining about the conclusion. To conclude our presentation, this mathematical model shows how algebra helps businesses to make smarter and a better decision making for their businesses, and instead of relying on guesswork. However, real life situation can change. Costs may increase, customer demand may shift, and also new competitors may enter the market. When new competitor enters the market, it can affect the profit and also break the even point. This is why business need to regularly review and update their models. To conclude, that is our conclusion for our presentation. Thank you for your time and attention. That's all from me.